just pity the fool, I'm in the streets to the top. This shit is above, I know I got it on lock. Stay on the move like a clock, got a lot of passion and potential, so I cannot stop. I feel myself, gotta keep it going. In emotion, you claim to be body, but don't got devotion. Me, I work till I'm dozing off. You lift me down, you was supposed to call. Flex on you, I'ma be showing off. I hated you like the most of all. You lift me down, baby, but it's fine, yeah. These days I'm catching on fire. Got ambitions of a rider. I'm climbing up like a tiger. I'm going out of Mariah's voice. I had to stop on my mind up. I had no choice. I'ma struggle for all of my shit. I'm about till I fall on my wrist. But designer for all of my bitches. Yeah, the shawty want all of the inches. I've been trying to just get out the trenches. I've been trying to just get out the pits. Hating niggas just get out my missions. I'm coming for all of this shit. I feel like I can't relate to nobody. I'ma be out of state in big body. Starting on a clean slate with my hobbies. I know I'ma be great as Muhammad Ali. I had to work on myself and just find my sauce. Too many times I was taking a loss. And I'm at a loser. So I had to figure out where I was just going wrong. Check it out. I'ma just pull out my black card when I be checking out. Do this shit anyhow. And they eat it up when I serve it to them like it's in and out. I heard you was hating on me, now you fuck with a nigga now. You a bird, I can't fuck with that shit, you a goofy little nigga. Wow. That shawty so hot, she wanna dive in the pool. I'ma sit back and just watch. They hating a lot, I just pity the fool. I'm at the straight to the top. This shit is above, I know I got it on lock. Stay on the move like a clock. Got a lot of passion and potential, so I can't stop. I feel myself, keep me alive, I don't got devotion. Me, I work till I'm dozing off. You lift me down, you was supposed to call. Flex on you, I'ma be showing off. I hated you like the most of all. You lift me down, baby, but it's fine, yeah. These days I'm catching on fire. Got ambitions of a rider. I'm climbing up like a tiger. I'm going out of Mariah's voice. I had to stop on my mind up. I had no choice.
Wow, it's lit, bro. It's lit. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to guys. Welcome to another episode of the Perspective of a Growing Man podcast. Actually, it's been a while, bro. Yeah, the Perspective of a Growing Man podcast. My name is Panasha Makoni. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, like the video, comment, share, do all of that. Today I'm not moving alone. I am moving with a couple of guests. I'm moving with none other than Unondalo and a favorite, a new guest. We're talking about an artist.
The one and only.
We're talking about the one and only, bruh. You get me? We're talking about Jewel. What's up, my boy?
What's up, guys? I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, boy. To start, let us give you a shout out for the beautiful project. It came out in 2022, right?
Yeah.
Three packed.
3-man pact.
Yeah, 3-man pact. Jesus Christ. Leave me alone. I've been vibing with my mate for a couple of years now. I went to high school together. Great, but great. 11,
Yeah.
Damn.
Sat next to you.
Yeah, bro, yeah. Hey, the nigga came in. If you didn't know, and the people at home watching, he came in at grade 11. We sat together. It's Zulu. Hey, everything from this Zulu, bro. Like, hey, Limpi, what's happening?
Hey, bro.
This nigga, what's happening?
You had your own way of doing stuff, bro. From the other school I was at, so I was like, ish.
Bro, our thing was straight. Like everyone that went to school, that's what tell you. Like everything was straight. We needed to do it rigid.
Remember when I was pressured to rap in the class, right?
Yeah, that's the first time I actually heard about what you in the class. And so my Zulu teacher was like a mini comedian type teacher, bro. And then Uchiwu came by, bro. Everyone was saying, "Now this guy's an artist, bro." You know, I didn't even know this guy was an artist. Okay, this guy's an artist. Freestyle. Okay, freestyle. Aye. Yeah, well, no, at that time, but you're sitting at the back. And then I see a freestyle. Okay. Hey, the guys that are freestyling, bro. All the mummies, right? Like, yo, what's happening? Which one is this one? No, after that, bro, like, his artistry just went up, bro.
Oh,
but it's good to have you, man. It's good to have you.
Appreciate
Yes.
you.
Yeah. Today we'll be unpacking a lot of topics with you guys. Wanted to talk about a lot, but yeah, man, you guys will see as we're going. We'll be talking about the South African schooling system. We'll be talking about things like the culture. We'll be talking about music. A lot of different aspects, you know, and I really want the audience to vibe out, you know. If you haven't, please go stream the music, Apple Music for sure, Spotify for sure,
Everywhere.
All digital platforms.
Everywhere.
Yeah, bro. To be honest, before we even start, that music got me through a lot, though. I used to send him a text, bro. Like, shout out to Jewel, bro. I used to get like exclusives and stuff like that, bro. Back in the day. And like, hey,
you got your own personal artist, and you're like, nigga, this is great for this.
I don't lie. Vanash always supported me hard,
Hey,
bro.
bro.
From those days, remember that song Vibe, bro? Like, yo, you used to listen to that shit OD, bro. Before exams and stuff.
All
and
the
that.
flipping
Like, I was
time,
like,
bro.
man, that's love, bro. Like, yo,
for sure,
Whoa,
bro. All the time.
okay.
Yeah. So I used to saw my boy, and then he got me through a lot. So I don't even lie, vibey moments, emotional moments. Obviously, you can't tell about the emotional moments. But yeah, he got me through a lot. But today, man, we'll be talking about the South African schooling system. We'll be talking about future building and things like that. But before we get to that, let's start with the South African system. What do you guys think of it, the education system?
Oh, that's interesting.
Start with you, Ndalo. What do you think? What do you think?
I feel like Jeez, it's hard. It's. I feel like it's lacking. I feel like we could do more in terms of, you know, like if you're a South African high school student and you want to apply abroad, your knowledge is here compared to other people that are applying. And I'm not talking about Americans before anyone comes for me. No, I mean like other places like Europe. There's, you know, where they, even China, where their knowledge is just like, we're just like, guys,
we're falling behind, bro. We're falling behind. And your takes, Q, what do you think of that, bro?
I would say I'm gonna talk from an artist's perspective, man. I feel like we just prioritize people to just be a certain way, and you know, I feel like the system is kind of made for that, for us to just all be the same. But then what about people like me who are rappers, you know? Like I remember I had one conversation with my friend back in PE. He used to hate PE, you know, and we were in grade 10, and you know, you choose your subjects then, you know, right? And he was like, why do I still have to do PE when I couldn't pick art? You know what I'm saying? Why am I wasting this hour on PE when I could be doing art? But he couldn't pick art as a subject because he had already chosen a couple of certain subjects, right? So I would feel like it's definitely not accommodating for like people who feel like they're different and can be within a different lane, you know? And obviously like creative art schools are just expensive and stuff, you know. You can't expect the average guy to just go to some art school to act.
Yeah, it's like, let's call it this. I think Vinny went to, I don't know, it's in Joburg, some school, like, I don't know what it's called, whatnot, but it's very expensive, and it's really for the elite, you know. And I don't understand why artistry has to be only for the elite, you know. What is it to put that level of education for everyone else in the system? Like someone from the rural townships, or someone like in a family whereby they're struggling with finances and stuff like that. I feel like I agree with you in terms of artistry has been so marginalized in a way for people that are way better financially than the rest, you get what I mean? But yeah, no, to be honest, I mean, everyone is doing career-wise now.
Yeah.
No lie, I'm a part of the system. I've always been a part of the system. You guys know that. I'm like, dude, if you follow me on the socials, you know it's events. I'm always lettering or whatever. Studies have just become a part of my DNA.
At this point.
But to be honest, I was also having a chat with my guy, Usimo. If you guys know him, I was having a chat with Usimo. And Usimo, like, we always talk about this. It's like, dude, if I could do anything, to be honest, I'd be a soccer player, bro. Beside the business, beside businesses or beside anything, because
that's you too, right?
Yeah, bro, yeah.
Okay.
I know if you didn't know, soccer, bro. If you didn't know, I used to play a lot of soccer.
Okay, I didn't know that. Damn.
I'm sorry. Since I joined, never minds, bro. I was just like,
no, man. Our good year, I think, was 2017 when like second team, and we did very well, like fairly well. But to be honest, I used to play soccer and I used to want to follow soccer as a passion. But again, because of the circumstances, because of abazali and security and things like that, everyone is kind of focused to go to a certain career choice. Of which I still speak to a lot of people that still don't know what they're doing. But luckily, when you're lucky you're lucky to be in the lane that you want to be.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say that.
What did you want to do?
I mean, I wanted to be an artist, like drawing and sculpting and you know all that shit. Originally, that was the plan, but come on, you know how parents are. Is that what's gonna feed you? Like, you know how you gonna make money off of paintings? You know, it's that. But
And everyone makes fun of the person doing an art degree.
Yeah, you see, it's like
everyone, bro. They don't
manje.
take it seriously, yeah. But it's as difficult as like a science degree or
It
like
really
a doctor.
is.
Every degree has its own thing.
Oh yeah, I think.
Also,
Everything.
I just finished sound engineering, bro. And
Yo,
everyone was just like,
boom, boom,
whenever-
boom, boom.
Hey.
Hey.
But whenever, you know, like I do sound engineering, so you're a DJ there, huh? Do your DJ
damn.
stuff, you know?
Categorized.
Bro, and like when we got there as first years, bro, like, you know, the third years will tell us, yeah, but this group you guys are in, it's still gonna be divided and minused, and there's gonna be. And now I'm better. When by the time I finished, there was like 5 of us in class.
5.
Damn.
From how many
Because people think we're gonna come there, make beats, record, it's gonna be nice, dog. Hey, bro, like
From how many people, bro?
from maybe like 30, I would say.
That's still a good chunk of the class gone
That
now.
is a
Hey.
good- You
You
can
know,
make an
it makes
entire
us
class.
COVID, those things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
blood people having hard times,
Yeah.
but in general, a lot of people quit in that course because they think it's all fun and games.
It's not as easy as people think it is in terms of every degree. And again, with
Yes,
you guys
of course.
are technical. Yeah, but it's practical work. And again, with Undalo as well, it's practical work.
Yeah.
You know, I was just put in a situation whereby my parents and I can find us, nah, dude, but like everyone knows that watches the podcast with me. I'm not from SA originally. Yeah, but so carrying that immigration thing behind me, it's literally always go for the best or nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so the options were laid out on the table for me, and it's something that I don't really talk about, but the options were laid on the table, and it was like, dude, you're doing one of these things because you're capable.
Just pick here.
Yeah,
From here.
pick a lot.
You have a
Otherwise,
choice, but here's your choice.
and they'll beat you, dog. They'll
Damn.
beat you. So, like in that regard, like, where do you guys think like we could improve? Where do you guys think we could improve in terms of like this whole system? Is it because of the parents, or is it because of the teachers, or is it because of the government in general? Like, where do you guys see us like improving?
I feel like it's because of the thinking. So
Thinking.
technically, all of them.
Okay.
All of them put
Combined,
together.
right.
Because when I went to Eastern Cape, I saw that a lot of the schools there they're grouped in terms of you can go to this high school if your main focus is sport, if your main focus is science. Well, there's specific schools for that. But also those schools are expensive. Yeah? As much as they're all general schools, they're not private schools, but they are expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like they shouldn't make it the school fees so high and also the requirements so high.
No, that's
Because what
true.
if you want to
That's
be
true.
an actress and your marks is 50 and then someone else wants to be an actress and they get 100? Why must they be the only ones that get picked?
True.
Who's to say your passion is less than theirs just because
That's true.
money and
But I think it's like a column checking type thing. But again, with you, especially like with you both, you know, especially because you guys are in the creative like space, I understand following passion, but again, there's also that, you know, you have to know what's the same
Yeah.
Do you guys feed into that? Do you guys sometimes think about that? Especially when that you will, because like you're in the
The rap,
music
yeah.
business. Yeah,
I feel like when it comes to that, man, like, yeah, dog, and you get a lot of people tell you that, bro, like, nah, bro, you need to change your sound to this because this is what's relevant here. But you know, like, an argument I always put against that is like, fine, bro, I can do amapiano, I can make all my raps in Zulu, and I can try to change my whole persona. But it's not like that guarantees me to be in the game. How many other people are doing that? You know what I mean? Maybe I'll stand out as just by being the best me I can be, and maybe that'll land me in some sort of underground lane where I'm not seen as one of the greatest, but I'll be happy. You know what I mean? And I'll be doing what I want, and I'll have my certain people. Even if I throw a show and I just fill up 150 people, those are my people who are there to rejoice with me, my talent, you know, the vibes, bro. So it also just depends like what you're after as an artist. Like, what are your motives really? Is it money and a mansion, or is it happiness and touching people?
Where are you, dog, with that? I mean, guys, my passion in life, I still have money, first. I invest with money, dude. Money is money, first. That's like my passion in life. It's, girls, one side, money. But where are you guys in that regarding in better? Like, do you guys, what do you want?
Agree with you though in terms of that. Like, I've had people also tell me, like, well, you can't do that, you can't. You know, it took me so much of energy for me to actually study what I'm studying because I was supposed to study law for the longest time, and literally, guys,
Because you wanted it,
blood,
because,
sweat, and
wow.
tears. Because of like the whole what you have to do. It's you representing the family. So obviously there will be that thing with who's to say you're even gonna make money off of what you're doing? And it's literally not in a bad way, but when I do what I do, like if I'm gonna direct movies, if I'm gonna write a script, I swear to God, it's not for the audience. It's literally for me.
For you, like
so it's not about like, is the richest company gonna hire me? I don't care for that. I care about sharing my personal experience creatively. I say money, but I feel like money also brings you issues. It's just,
dude,
I'm not saying I'm giving I'm just saying it's not my main priority because money breaks people.
Money, bro. Like in terms of artistry, because many artists they enter the game because it's I've heard ridiculous figures like, dude, you earn like 50K, man. That's like a salary for like people like me. So like, what is your thingy when entering the music business? What did you think about? Did you just think about the money?
I would say, bro, like money. We can't act like money isn't important, bro. We can't act like money isn't what it is in this world. You know what I'm saying? But I think there should just be a limit to how much you're willing to lose yourself for it. You know what I mean? Like, once you find yourself in a whole different place and state of being that you're not happy with because of this money, is it even worth it at the end?
True.
You know?
But happiness happiness versus anger.
You know, that's why I'm like, there's just gotta be a certain limit that you put to say, okay, as much as I'll do this and this, and you know, I'll bend over backwards and all types of things that maybe, you know, if it was according to my way, wouldn't have happened, but there just has to be a limit to it, okay? You know, where you're like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, so,
but how do you know where that limit is or where the balance is?
Or how do you edge?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's, I guess that's something you'd have to figure out along the way, depending on like what that opportunity is or what that direction is, you know what I mean? Where you just feel like you haven't lost too much of yourself, man. Like, because when I think about this rap thing, you know, like I was telling you before we started shooting, I started like in grade 4 and like a little kid, all that, man. I think back to that kid, man, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of my best songs I wrote, well, not the ones dropped, but like as a kid, the ones that I really liked, and you know, it was just in my moments of just struggling and just being me and just feeling the way I feel, man. So I always just think back to that kid, man, and like the last thing I want to do, man, is just to be old and just completely like separated from who that person was and not even recognizing myself
just
anymore.
Because you're chasing after money, basically.
Yeah.
And I get you, bro. I get you, because sometimes it happens that way, especially because what's it mean for me? I think another pressuring aspect when you're raised by scholars, you know.
True.
People that have went to school, people that have degrees, it's very hard to come up against those people, because at the end of the day, dude, you're telling the food, you know, everything has to be according to their rules. They're taking you to the school, transportation, whatnot, until obviously we reach a certain age. But many people, like especially our parents, they like put you in that position where they're like, dude, it's either one or two, and you're like compelled, because if you choose your passion, like for example, me now, my passion, soccer and podcasting and content creation, if you choose that over the career that they've chosen for you or the career that they want you to go for, who's to say you're not gonna pass and in between, you know? So I feel like that's where I'm at, like at the moment, like parents put you in a corner, bro, and like it's like go for it, and it makes sense, logically. Yeah. So basically, parents put you in a corner, and I feel as if it's very difficult to come out. I mean, again, my perspective because of the scholar thing is. But again, in essay, I think the main issue behind why it is that we're not thriving is because like we don't put money into talent, bro. Like we don't put money into talent. How many schools now are being funded by the government or everything's being done for them? But what about the people with art? Like, where are they recognized in South Africa? Where do you guys think they are between 1 to 10?
You know what the biggest problem is that I've seen is, I don't know if you've researched this, or if you guys have researched this, but you'll see that there aren't many agencies in, I see South Africa, but in Durban, that you don't have to pay. Because what if there's Ingane coming from the rural who can act, bloody good actor? Who's that child gonna go to? Who's the child gonna pay? Obviously they're not gonna. Would you rather pay your agency? Would you rather buy food? It's like, why are you paying for things like that when you know okay, I don't see it.
But again, it spams to the music thing that I wanted to ask you, Will. Do you need to be independent, or do you need to be signed to a record label? Because again, with agencies, with talent, it's agencies, right? Do you need to be signed to one, or especially in the South African things like way of things, do you need to be signed to someone for you to progress in life? Because yeah, fine, it's like connections, bro. It's like getting a job nowadays, bro.
Yeah.
Flipping hell, bro. You can't just go to a company and say, listen, dude, these are my credentials. This is what I've done. What. They want it either an experience that extensive for them not to say like, hey, we can't do it.
They'll literally be like, okay.
So do you need to be signed to someone basically for you to win?
Man, my answer to that is yes, bro.
Ish. And where are you in that stance? And where are you in that stance? Are you being signed? What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Nah, thing is, well, if I'm just not answering like, I'm answering just for the whole of South Africa and not like from my perspective, I would say yes, man. Because like, I feel like the biggest example of that is like, okay, actually, I was gonna say Reese. I feel like Reese, in fact, ayekho umuntu oyisithandwa njengo Reese, bro.
It says
in South
darling,
Africa, bro. Like his
Reese.
fans, you know what I mean? He can disappear, be MIA, post these tweets with like these secret messages or whatever, you know what I mean, for the fans to interpret. But they'll always like be, you know what I mean, be like supportive of him, you know?
For sure.
But like even he's not really like up there, like in terms of, you know, so I feel like there's still a lot of people who say if he was still under a record label, man, he could be doing overseas things and things like that. So like if you want, like, you can be successful with that one, but it's only gonna go so far. That's what I'm saying. It's only gonna go so far, man, with your own resources, with your own little team, you know, huddling, like, it's only gonna go so far, man. At the end of the day, you need these big corporate guys, you know?
True.
And it's not even only here, bro, the whole world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But where are you in that stance, bro? Like, are you thinking of being signed or...
Honestly, if like the right thing were to come across, yeah, man. But, I mean, the last situation you wanna find yourself in is...
being stuck.
it's being stuck and unhappy, man. And it goes back to that money conversation too. Like a lot of our favorite rappers, a lot of our favorite people, nani, bro, like we're more happy than them, to be honest.
Yeah, I've heard about
Within
that
this life, Joe was complaining about broke, he was still hitting up, jobs not being available, this and that. Apparently, we're more happy than them,
bro. I heard that from, was it Lil TJ or someone like that? Someone that
it was Lil Teka.
Oh, Teka, yeah, the guy, the nerdy guy, yeah.
I'm surprised you know that video, but yeah, I got it from him too. Yeah, your favorite rapper isn't as happy as us. That's, you know,
it's crazy times that we're living in, and we need to start building talent in SA. We need to start hosting more of these platforms and uplifting the platforms. You know, it's like hitting up, like, again, Undalo. Wait to say you're speaking about like an actress or someone like that. Let's say someone is starting a podcast or a channel or someone. Oh, okay, you need to have talent. You can't just be like on the platform.
You do.
You need to have talent. But again, we need to find a way to, you know, to bridge the gap between the very famous and the people that are coming.
But you see, the problem is nobody wants to help someone who doesn't have their own platform as yet. Like, if you're gonna find someone on TikTok is what's currently trending. If you find someone that has 500,000 followers and then a person with 0 followers hit them up, they're not gonna want to help.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what do you do then in that case? If you know it's okay, Yazin, I'm a talent, but I want this big person to acknowledge me so that they can help me out. How do you do that?
Stuff.
I think
Stuff.
you really bonakalise now ukuthi
Come somewhere.
you're good. Like I feel like the person that you're hitting up has 0 followers when you're in 500,000. How did that person get to 500,000? You know what I mean? Now they're just a regular person. So if you could do it, maybe get to 250k or 100k or 50k, and they're like, okay, actually this person reminds me of like kind of what I was a year ago. He's kind of coming up. Then you know what I mean? So I feel like it's just you putting in that legwork too, I guess.
That makes sense. It really does make sense. But moving on from that topic, man, I wanted to also talk about. There's a few things I want to talk about, but the whole future building thing, man. Hey, what do you guys think of businesses in general? Because I mean, media space, music space, corporate space. Do you guys see yourselves building businesses, man?
That's not okay.
You are a business, would you really? And
I do not want a business.
What?
And that's the most weirdest thing ever. See, I understand what I want to do in the future, right?
Yeah.
But can't I just pay someone to run my businesses for me? I do not want to handle business. I don't want to start.
Yes, you guys must be on some lazy team, bro. You guys must be on some lazy team, bro.
I feel what she's saying, like delegating.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't lie, dude. Like we used to have this conversation with the homie Melo in high school.
Hey, Sha.
Let's see.
how many name 5 rich rappers you know, like really rich, iced out, mansion, foreign car, you know, like really rich.
Real
like
stuff,
it's
yeah.
only like you can't even go past probably like one hand, dog.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now about those rappers, they have like some really good endorsement deal, really good. You know what I'm trying to get to, Oti? You can really sell here, bruh. But like, what's the gold standard now for South Africa? I think it's 10K.
10K, like as in selling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you on that, bro.
You have to
Like
sell-
how? Is it like digital copies or?
I think all in all.
Oh, okay.
All
okay.
in all,
Okay.
like physical, nobody ever sells
It's
physical
physical
copies
nowadays,
now.
yeah.
So yeah, you know what I mean. And like, basically, you could like your album can go gold and things like that, but like, you're not really rich. Like in America, bro, like a single can blow up. Your
Yeah.
single can blow up, and
True.
you could find yourself in like standing on a good amount of money and a good pile of money. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So that's why I was talking about the business thing. Ultimately, Ngati umuntu can get in a position of, okay, I've established my career, but in order to really make it up where I want to make it up financially, I could start this and that, and you know, I think like by delegating yourself, it's good for you to get yourself to that point. And then when you get there, I mean, you also have to think you're not gonna be rapping at 55
Eish.
and things like that. Anyway,
Get
Hey, but like, how
So-
old is Unaz, gun?
yeah, well,
How old is Unaz, Bill?
I mean, how many albums has he dropped in the past
Yeah,
10 years
true,
compared
never
to
know.
when he was in his 20s?
Yeah,
You know,
prime
you
time.
drop one every year or whatever,
Prime
you know?
time.
So that's where you start delegating. Maybe, I don't know, like something that's still within line with your brand, like G Will's coffee shop.
Sure.
G Will's fucking, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Match
or
Everyone
something.
starts a clothing
Yeah,
brand
something,
or like a
yeah.
nightclub.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, but whatever.
Like, hey, boy.
That's a smart
Yeah, that's
one,
smart one,
actually.
yeah.
That's what
I'll go
PSG.
PSG.
Tory Lanez as a nightclub, he was all time. I think he was ready for this whole situation. Not to talk about that, but like, yeah, I think it's good to and that those are the type of things that are really gonna get you to that wealth that you're building to for real, you know, along with the power of your career, you know. So it'll be like, and then you get like more than just the current thing. Just like I said, you're not gonna be rapping when you're 50.
True.
Your thing is just gonna be more of a legacy, you know what I mean? So much, because you just have so many things going on top of your career, you know what I mean? Like your rap is gonna be one of the things that
1%.
people are talking
1%.
about when it comes to your name, you know?
True.
So yeah, but I feel like it's good to have businesses in that sense, definitely. And by delegating, I think she means like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she means like she gets to focus on the media stuff and her art stuff and everything, while someone like her trusted close brother is running her thing.
Businesses,
Like
yeah.
that.
And then
I
they just hit you
definitely-
up and they're like, listen, today you made $500,000.
Stop it, stop it.
You see that type of thing. But sometimes you're like, oh fuck, this person owes me money. Let me go.
But yeah, things like that.
Nah, I get you guys. I get you in that sense. You know what? I was thinking again, tying up the first topic to the one that we have now. What's important about building talent and building these legacies and businesses is because now once you have your business and you're delegating, then you can employ more people now. Then not everyone is stuck in the same system. I mean, before shooting again, I was telling you guys about the whole UCT thing I've been seeing on TikTok and all line after line after line. Sonke, we're all moving to the same path, bro. Sonke, like literally everyone is moving to the same path and we're applying to the same jobs, bro. Like if we're applying to the same jobs, obviously not everyone's gonna get hired.
Yeah.
Then what do you do next, yeah, bro? Do you guys have pride? That's in on. There's a question that I've always wanted to ask.
Oh damn.
Would you guys scrub floors or clean toilets when you're still starting out for a good 5 years?
How much you
It depends.
No, seriously, before you get your gig, before you get your break.
Before I get my yes.
Yeah.
To be honest, man, damn, I'm airing out my shit right now. And
Yeah, you know it.
like last month, I was
Yeah.
working a retail job, dog.
Sure.
Just trying to,
Shut up, bro.
just trying
Shut
to
up.
fucking, you know what I'm saying?
hustle.
Like, so I feel like as long as dog, you've got a plan, you know you're in this forever. You know it's not gonna be like this forever, out, bro. Like, yeah, bro, humble yourself, dog.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
to the lowest of the lowest, bro, and you know, like.
Yeah, because it sucks again now, because everyone, again, doctor, whatever, and they don't have learned, especially in SA, that working culture of just saying, dude, we want to, especially the coming ones, you know, I get like my mama dala and people that are elderly, you know, people really hustle out there. Shout out to everyone that's hustling.
Yeah.
But in J, like it's in, bro. Like it's in. Like if you look at everyone else's Instagram right now, it's like fancy restaurants and you telling me what's you telling me what's in about be so humble to say, dude, we need to do this while starting out. So it's important again to diversify into it and build and build and build and build and build.
Going back to what you're saying, the whole retail thing, it really helps you see what actually you want to do. Because when I was also working in retail, I remember thinking, fuck, the worst thing, all I was thinking was, you know, I'm so thankful for this type of job, because then when you think of your future, you're like, actually, I need to go back, I need to study, I need to do something with my life, because this is not it. Like, you shouldn't just stop there, because people are rude out there, and when you work a job like that, people will treat you like dirt.
Another thing I was thinking about when I was working, to add on what you're saying, bro, we're lucky, we can just be like, I'm doing this part-time job to make me extra money for my hustle and things like that. Someone is 36, dog, and they need to feed their 2-year-old child by the end of with that. It's a wage, not even a salary. With that wage, you know what I'm saying. Some people are stuck in this and things like that, you know. So also, like being in that type of environment, after humbling yourself, you can see what life for what it is, bro. Not from your comfortable house and TV.
That's a competition, sorry to know.
What?
As a competition, it's reminding me of, you know that video, I don't know if you know this video, I'll send it to you after this. You probably know, you know that Emily video with the chick?
Where he's saying like something,
I'll send it to you after this.
He was whipped. That was whipped, bro. It wasn't making sense, bro.
I'll send you that video afterwards. But you guys are correct. I mean, I also learned those lessons. I mean, we always talk about me working and stuff like that. But I did part-time jobs and stuff like that. And you learn, Uguti, people really, really use little money to support like large families, bro. Like someone like 5 kids, bro.
Dude.
And you look at yourself and you're always like, hey, dude, I'm struggling. Bro, you're not struggling if you can buy a pair of like proper shoes, like Nike or Puma or whatever it is that you can buy or fly or whatnot. Dude, people are really going through it, you know. So I always put myself in that position again, to say, as in, dude, I need to get my shit together. Excuse the language, right? I need to get my shit together.
Real.
Like, okay, before we even move on to the last topic, Nyana, whatever. But like, what's your biggest motivation, bro? Like to win? Like, what's your why back? And Jordy, well. You're trying to play.
For the camera.
That's the exposure.
Yeah. But yeah, what's your biggest why, bro? Like, why?
My biggest motivation to do this.
Why do you wake up? Yeah, why do you wake up, bro? And say, fuck it.
To be honest, man, shit, man. Maybe I'm about to get a little deep, man, but dog, like, I don't lie, man. Ever since finishing high school, bro, like, shit hasn't been easy for me, bro. I feel like I haven't been taking W's, man. It's been more L's, really, you know. I found myself in a state where I don't even recognize who I am anymore, man. I got so lost in so many things, man, and you know, the focus was gone, and you know. And then I just think of just myself before, finishing high school, just within high school. I'll just make an example, something like basketball, bro. I was always good at basketball, bro. I always impressed the coach during practice. But when it came time for the game, man, I'd always be like, you know, on some like, and then I just couldn't prove myself, man. So it's just to prove myself, like, and that's just an example of like something that happens in all areas of my life, bro. You know, like, just want to prove, Uti, bro, I really am what I've always envisioned to be since like pre-teen, you know what I mean? I really am that, and I can spite this little loser me that tries to develop, you know what I mean? And tries to, like I was saying, man, tries to like I was saying when you're asking about the money, Uti, like, I always want to be attached to that little kid, man, who started, or like who, you know? And yeah, man, I don't want to lose that, you know what I mean? So it's just to spite all the L's I've taken, man. Like giving Betty a complete opposite, bro. You know.
I think that's really what motivates me more than anything, bro.
That's a hard answer, bro.
Yeah,
That's some
that
real
is a
shit,
good
bro.
ass
Yo,
answer.
hey, that's some real shit, bro.
Obviously,
Then
you have the stuff like your mom and wanting
Yeah.
to
the
do
typical.
things
I
for
expected
your
that too,
family.
bro. Like
Yeah.
the typical
Like
stuff,
brown
bro.
life for me, dog. It's to spite that
Yeah.
loser within that loser me. I don't want to say it's part of me, but just that thing that's trying to infiltrate me as I've just grown up and come to see life, and
Makes sense.
I need to make that kid proud.
Working harder, bro. When I don't know what you think, bro.
That's deep,
something
bro.
we've never
That's so
spoken about. What do you
deep.
think, bro? Like, what's your biggest why, bro?
Wow, that's actually
Yo,
pretty
shout out my boy
hard.
for the answer.
I appreciate that.
That was a good answer, actually. I mean, yeah, I feel like when you get older, it's not so much like mom, dad, siblings, little partners. I feel like as a person you become lonelier the older you get because you deal with shit alone. So I think it's just that thing of I'm gonna do it for me and only me, and not in a bad way, because obviously you are gonna do it for your family, you are gonna do it for everyone, but it's just for that one moment where you're like alone and you just stay like, fuck, why am I even doing that? Why am I studying? It's 3 a.m. in the morning, what the fuck am I doing? Or why am I scrubbing floors? It's like,
Why am I recording?
yeah, is anyone even listening? That's the thing. It's just to give yourself that peace of mind. No, it's fine. I'll keep going. At the end of the day, it's just for me. I say, oh yeah, but it's for me specifically. I think, yeah.
And it's important. That's a question that I've always asked myself. Like even before podcasting, before everything else, man. Like, as much as it's for me, like you guys, but I always feel obligated to my family, bro. Like,
Really?
like everyone else has done everything to accommodate you. I was thinking to myself in Seshawin the other day, but I was like, dude, how many millions has your people spent on you alone if it's only washed down? Like calculating your month dude, this is your rent. Yeah, this is your rent for us, whatever. Or this is food, or this is schooling. Schooling alone is like almost 20 grand.
Dude.
But probably like double that now. But all of those things have contributed to me being here. Like I need to pay back investigator. I feel indebted to my people. That's what keeps me really going to say. As in, I need to make sure everyone is straight.
Do you think it's because it's a partial reason for that is because you're immigrants?
Oh, that's a good question, bro. Yes. I'd say that because you look at yourself and you look at the people in Zim, bro. There's so many kids like me in Zim, but you always think to yourself, I'm the chosen one, bro. I actually posted a song by Oli the other day, Chosen, bro. I was like, as if I'm the chosen one, bro. Like out of everyone in Zim, I don't know how many people there are in Zim now, but like God chose me to come to SA, looking at the circumstances, looking at like 2008 xenophobia in Joburg when we were there. And you're like, I went through all of that stuff, and now I went through high school, and now I went through university. There's a bigger purpose for me, There's a bigger purpose for me to win. There's a bigger purpose for me to win for people back at home, because things back at home are not as good as here, Like, hey, I went to Zim in 2014. I'm rambling, but I went to Zim in 2014. I ate a pie, bro. I was dying of a pie, bro. Hey, boy, shit. I don't know whether it was food poisoning or some shit like that, dude.
Wow.
It's vomiting and all of that stuff, but circumstances like that actually make you think, I need to go harder every single day, make sure that these people are proud, and make sure everyone else is straight. Yeah, but as long as I have a cute wife, I always say that, as long as I have a cute wife, bro, a big ass house, ngishaya bese nge-SUV, that's a deal. They must be straight, but that's to sum it up, bro. But yeah, because I'm an immigrant too much, but I go harder.
Now I'm interested about that pie story. What happened?
No, we went to Zim, bro. And I was in I think Harare, bro. And then we went to buy, I think it was like Pie City or something. It was a brand that's recognized here in Zim. Because in Zim there are some brands that are, and there's no KFC there though. There's Chicken Inn or something, but which is cool or whatever. So when we bought a pie, I was like, my bits, we bought a pie, and then I'm chowing this thing, bro. I get home, out if it start vomiting, bro. Like I feel like I'm dying of it. And mind you, at that time I was rushing to a grade 7 farewell. It was 2014, so grade 7. So I kept counting down the days because I went there to do my papers and stuff. So I'm like, dude, without doing this thing at least, yo. So, but otherwise, yeah, it's always motivating for me to do it for my people. So I think everyone has their own drive. But if you do have your own drive, comment below, man. Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you study hard? Why do you grind hard?
Right.
Yeah.
But my question is more on the. Did you feel like they didn't have to do it for you?
Ooh,
because
elaborate.
the way you're saying it, it's almost as if like payback, not in a, it's like a payback as in like I want to show you what a good life is.
Yeah.
But also, like, isn't that what they're supposed to do, vele? As parents, they brought you into this world, in a sense.
Nah. No problem.
Oh shit, sorry.
That's right, bro.
That argument sometimes lurks in my mind, but I feel
like
I try like put it down because it feels disrespectful to think like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's kind of facts.
No, but it doesn't. If people grow up in SA, it feels that way in terms of not necessarily in SA, but in your native country, it feels like that. But mind you, my parents were not obligated to move us from a space of worry and whatnot, because I mean we still worry here in SA, but they're not obligated to see the line SA for a better life, so to speak, for better food. I mean, I eat fruits now and again. People back home, some of them don't have that access. I have branded shoes, not to flex, but people back home don't have that. I have a TV, watch, whatever. Even a laptop, dog. Even going to school. iPhone. But like all of these things that I have, not to say what's there from my parents, I did some of them on my own, but those opportunities I got them through my parents being here. So that's why I feel more obligated to go harder, because they made sacrifices that they were not supposed to make for me to be here. I mean, they could have been still home with their parents. I mean, they left their parents, bro. I mean, some things happen when you're here and your sibling, well, not sibling, but your relative dies, or when they get and you're still here. And you wonder, these folks actually must have gave up a life of their own back home to be here. Although it was because they wanted a good life, not to say it was one of their kids, whatever. But it's always that thing behind my mind, because they were not obligated to move us here. We could have survived on otamatisi and onions and basic stuff, we could have survived. I could have even been fatter than I am now, but
wow.
But yeah, man, that's basically it. I
see what you mean, but I feel like not in a bad way. I'm still leaning on like what you also say. Okay, see, my dad raised my sister and I alone, single dad, obviously amazing person.
Shout out
of course,
shout out to y'all, proud, bro.
Like we've moved around a lot because like how you said, for a better life. But at the end of the day, and not to offend anyone, I didn't ask to be born though.
Aish.
So you can't give birth to me and then make me live in poverty. That's like.
I get you. Yeah.
I feel like there's a line between what they were obligated to do and what they're doing because like they really just love you and want the best. Like, sure, if a child comes into this earth, you better make sure he's not shitting on himself, buy him pampers and shit, you know what I'm saying? Take him to school, make sure he's not dumbass who can't do shit for himself. You know what I'm saying? And then if you can't afford it, take him to university and all that, buy him clothes so he doesn't look like a bum. Like those are all like the necessities. Feed him 3 times a day so he doesn't die. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't die.
You think about animals.
It doesn't die. I get you, bro. I get you.
Those are the things for your child to actually just survive. Yeah, right? I brought you here, right? You're gonna grow up to be as old as me, so this is the least I can do, right? But there's some things they really like. I remember, bro. Like my mom used to go so hard for me, bro. Like, my mom she got me like a PS4 back when it was still really new though. No one was hyping the PS5. People were hyping the PS4.
Yeah, 10
I think it had just dropped. Like it was the year after it just dropped, And even though my friends hadn't gotten it and stuff like that, now they all have PS4s. But like, I was the first one for sure. And I kind of, I felt flexed up. Everyone. Bro, like, hey, being the stuff, bro. I used to like ask her. Used to like drop a proposal. Like, if you buy me the PS4.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
I was a kid. I was like, if you buy me the PS4, I'm gonna do dishes every month at this time, and I'm gonna do this. And right as a paper, I gave it to her, bro. You know, just on top of asking and stuff. And so obviously, if it's she knew I wanted this more than ever. So on December when she bonused, she finally got it for me, bro. You know, things like that, bro. Like she did not have to do that. She definitely did not have to do that. You know what I mean? Another thing I want to talk about, okay, when I really got more serious with my music, I wanted to sell my PS4 for some equipment. There was a homie I used to record at, you know, he had given up on his dreams. He was like 25, 26. He just came back from Vits in Joburg and he just came back home and he realized he's been flopping and whatever and he wants to get serious, wants to do engineering. So shout out to the homie and
shout out, bro.
Shout out to you, bro. So I offered him. I was like, yo, bro, I'm selling a PS, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I kind of wanted to exchange it for his equipment and stuff like that. But then I didn't want to like make it obvious, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I started negotiating with him, and he was like, cool. I'd like that actually, just to play around while I'm studying. I mean, when I'm not studying. So you know, even then, bro, I talked to my mom about it. You know, the guy wanted my PS4 and 2,000 rand extra in order to give me everything he has, with the MIDI keyboard, just the whole everything you need for a setup, everything. You know, he really. I used to record to him at his place prior to getting my.
And did you pay him?
Yeah, I paid him. I used to pay. But so I gave him the 2,000. I gave him the PS4, and I got equipment, and that was all thanks to my mom. You know, I traded in the PS4 my mom got me, and she gave me 2,000 extra. You know what I'm saying? Bro. You know, I've improved a bit on that equipment, but it's still kind of the same setup. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? So you know, it's things like that, bro. It's definitely things like that that make you feel like, wow, man. These people do anything.
They care, bro. You're like, okay, you know, I do too.
They care, yeah.
You know, I'm not even gonna talk about the times I was in varsity and I fucked up my money. Fuck, I have no choice. Yo, mom, I don't have anything to eat. Please, bro. I know you just gave me money, but please, can I just get like a 300?
That's why they care for
you. You know what I'm saying? And by saying I'm better, bro. Born in our Vetuti.
Shizzling, but they're making sure.
That's a fire.
That's what I was referring to, basically, you guys. They don't have to do something. Like you were saying, bro, like they can do the basics, but to buy you all of this stuff and to make sure you're well taken care of, and to even call you, as with some Zalim that you think would say, this person, like whatever, but they call you without, hey, are you okay?
They just like, hi, okay, I'm good.
Dude, even my girls, though, they don't even call, bro. Some of them to check, bro. Like, are you okay? Because mentally, where are you? So like things are so long. So like even when you're saying like the varsity, bro, I was in my final of uni, dude. I was breaking down, bro. Like computer science and shit. Like what I say, like dude, I say beans. But you're like, yo, I want now. I'm about to die, bro. And like they'll calm you down, but still, dude, are you okay? It's like, God, everything alright, boy? Like, what can we do to help? Do you need transport here and there? Like, I understand what you're saying, bro. Like, cause I can relate to that. That is basically what I'm feeling. I'm towards these people. They brought me here, bro. They brought me to this position, and I need to do the best I can. Cause who says if I didn't have the equipment or if I cause I had a choice. I mean, in grade 8 I went to West State, it's called it West State, and then I moved to Scotland the second term. Who's to say they were not supposed to keep me at State because it was a free school. Things were free. That could get free stationery. The education is top notch. I mean, shout out to them, bro. I think they're top 3 in this region or something.
Holy shit!
So they're really good.
Yeah.
They're really good. But who's to say they took me to Scott, bro? Swimming pools, PE kit, golf t-shirt, all proper stuff. Dude, I'm a cool. Like first, like they actually made an effort. So I understand what you will. I mean, I agree, bro. I agree. But guys, not to spam any we're going.
I mean, the moral of the story is we do laugh.
Shout out to But yeah, man. To move on to the next topic, guys, we're talking about. I want us to do this BuzzFeed thing. There was this BuzzFeed thing I was looking at. And yeah, bro, like a few examples of being. Do you guys have any? Well, I'm still looking for this. Any rejection stories?
I've never seen one this morning.
No, you can't relate.
You can't relate, guys.
They can't relate, bro.
Guys, I'm joking.
Relax.
I'm joking. Imagine catching anyone.
Hey, dude, I've taken so many.
I've rejected some girls though. I feel like a guy, it's harder to reject a girl as a guy, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's like you just gotta you just gotta like let them sort of like the things you do, you gotta hint it to Uti like, nah bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And girls
you know
pack
what
up
I'm saying?
pressure, boy.
They do.
Girls
They
will
know
bring
how
you
to-
lunch with this one.
Yeah,
I
why
want
did
to
you
know.
text me? What, you know what I'm saying? So,
Bruh.
nah,
Hey,
I
man.
was busy and shit, shawty, you know?
I mean, I have more rejection stories of me being rejected than like, me rejecting people, bro. Like, it's able. There's so
Shit,
many.
To bring up a rejection story, though, I don't know if this is really rejection,
Yeah.
but like, damn, bro, there was one chick, she was looking fly, man. You know what I'm saying? She looking fly. I think she was wearing a good fit too, man. And
Yeah.
like, you see nice shorties in the summer and all
Yeah.
that, but like, they don't really have drip like that. Like, a girl can look really nice in like a sundress and a little shoes and nice hairstyle. Already, just she's done with, you know, she's finished.
Yeah.
But then like a girl like but then she was like you know, dripped up like a dude would be, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I woke up to her, bro, you know what I'm saying, and like we talked for a long time actually. Like, you know, I first just said that because she I found out she's waiting for her sister. So like we talked for like maybe about 40 minutes even, bro. Right? You know what I mean?
Mame. Mame.
We talk,
Like
you know what I'm saying? I get her number, she's like, I'll give it to you, man, you know, the conversation's flowing.
Yeah.
You know? And then I'm like, yeah, bro. And then I think her sister pulls up, right? And then I'm like, oh, y'all dipping aside, it's cool, man, you know? I grabbed the hug and shit, you know what I mean? I dip out, I'm like, oh, shit.
Some cool ass shit story, bro.
Hey.
You impressed me, G Will, you know what I'm saying? But like, and then, bro, I get to my place, bro, and yeah, man, I was in denial at first, bro, but it was the wrong number.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gave me the wrong number.
But boy, that's 101, bro. If your chick gives you that's why I ask for Instagrams. I ask you for an Instagram, and I see your profile and I see a picture. Like, if I see a picture, then I'm like, nah, that's your Instagram. if I ask you for a number and you give me the wrong number, I used to call them, bro.
Yeah,
like at some point,
let
let me just give you a ring, but just to, you know, just so you can say my number too.
But Instagram
If that had happened to me before, I'd definitely be like, yeah, let me call you.
That's happened too many times for me
bro.
not to take that question.
That's the first time I've had someone tell me that.
But you know what?
So dry, bro. We talk so much too. That's what got me. Like, maybe if it was like a 5-minute interaction, and it's like, okay, let me just get rid of this guy. But bro, she stayed, bro. And like, you know, it seemed like what happened.
With girls, it doesn't always translate like that. That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned. I've always had like stories for days, you know. But I remember at some point, all my niggas know this story. Like, I think it's official regardless. Grade 11, it one. Hey, grade 11, hey, grade 11. It's a Mudinum Jolo, bro. Mudinum Jolo, bro. Now I approach this hand, bro. I approach this hand. About cool stuff, whatever. Get the number. We're chatting it up on WhatsApp, bro. Goes to the same school. Probably know the story. Yeah, because I was like, okay, I can find good, bro. Then, boom. Nah, like it's a no, dude. It wasn't the actual rejection that was like a no for me, because we spoke like with you like for a good time on WhatsApp. Like, but you know as a guy, but some girls do this thing of like inviting you to the conversation. Like, you make a move, it's like they accept the move and it's like they're reciprocating the move. You're like, yeah, I'm the man, okay. It was a nice conversation. It was a nice conversation. I popped the question. I said no. That no, it's that no, bro. Every single time, because I used to go home by train. Every single time, bro, my Gito single, bro. I'm like, nigga, she said no, bro, the fuck. But ultimately, what was the worst part is we shared a class together, dude.
Oh damn.
Never again. That's why even in uni, never again in uni, I've never dated anyone in my same class.
Now you gotta tell me who this was after.
I'll tell you. Yeah, the boys know this story. Hey, dude, I was so
Yeah.
heartbroken for a couple of days. Because mind you, I'm just married. It's a nice school. It's quite. Remember, I used to wear squat in grade 11. Like, but I'm like, oh man, bro, fuck.
I got her. Let me.
You look cool in shorts though.
We did that. The guys wear my boots and stuff. Yeah. But hey, that was my story. But say I got rejected, dude. It has never been the same since.
It's never been the
It's
same.
never been
You've been told that for life.
Dude, I don't approach as many hands as I used to back in the day. But especially in uni, uni, bro. Hey, but uni, there's a pool. But hey, if it's your, after that in your bed, so I was like,
Yeah, bro.